Hey, good evening, ATM fam. Well, I'm here with an update video I posted. I actually made the video yesterday, but I posted it this morning. It's about missing teen from Rochester Hills, Michigan, 17-year-old Janella Nicholas. Well, I have some good news and some disturbing news. So let me kind of recap what happened to her, and then give you the good news, and then talk about what's disturbing about this case. Okay, 17-year-old Janella Arlene Nicholas from Rochester Hills, Michigan, got off the school bus last Friday, which would be November 7th, 2025, around 3 p.m. And then instead of going home, she got in to an older model Jeep Cherokee and driven by someone that was unknown to police officers until just in the last 24 hours or so, and was just gone. Her father, after she didn't come home from school, notified the authorities, and the search was on. They said right from the beginning that she may be in the western part of the state. We'll get to that in a moment. Now, this morning, which would be Thursday, the 13th of November, 2025, she was found alive in a city in Newaygo County, which is on the west side of the state. And she was at the home of and in the presence of a 51-year-old man from a city called Bitley. I am not familiar with that city. Now, I've lived in Michigan my entire life. I live here now, and I didn't know where that was, so I looked it up on a map. And if I mentioned this yesterday in my video about her, if you took the lower peninsula of Michigan, right, and you divided it into 4 quadrants, Rochester Hills would be in the southeastern quadrant. Well, Bitley would be in the northwestern quadrant. It's just a little bit north of a bigger city called Muskegon. And Rochester Hills, where she's from, is just a little bit north of Detroit. So she's safe, and she is back in Oakland County. We have a picture of the Jeep now, which I didn't have yesterday. And I'm going to read this article to you, and this will help outline why I say that it's wonderful news that she's alive. It's wonderful news that she's home and everything appears to be okay. But given the history of this man she was with, one has to wonder. Okay, I'm reading you a story that was written by Ivy S. Fowler from News Channel 3 and posted online about 10 hours ago. And it says, one person is in custody on charges for harboring a runaway and manufacturing child inappropriate materials, shall we say, after sheriff's deputies found a missing teen. A 51-year-old man from the Bitley area is in custody on charges including harboring a runaway, manufacturing child inappropriate materials, and weapons-related offenses after Newaygo County Sheriff's Office deputies searched his home on North Bingham Avenue near Wilvin Drive Thursday around 2 a.m. as part of their ongoing investigation to find 17-year-old Janella Arlene Nicholas, reported missing from Oakland County on Monday. deputies said. Actually, I believe it was Friday she was reported missing, but regardless, let's move on. While searching the Bitley man's home, deputies found Nicholas and, after interviewing her, turned her over to the Oakland County authorities for, quote, further care and coordination, unquote. News Channel 3 has reached out to NCSO, which is the Newaygo County Sheriff's Office, the county in which she was found, for more information on how Nicholas is doing, as well as whether the Bitley man's charges for manufacturing child inappropriate materials are related to her. Family of Nicholas, a senior at the Alternative Center for Education within the Rochester Community Schools District, reported her missing Monday after she didn't come home from school on Friday. Okay, so I stand corrected. I know she didn't come home from school on Friday, but I thought they reported her on Friday, but apparently, I guess, maybe they reported her on Monday, so that's my error and I stand corrected. Witnesses said they saw her get off the bus around 3 p.m. that day, which would have been Friday the 7th, before she, quote, may have left, unquote, in an older Jeep Cherokee with an unknown person, according to Oakland County Sheriff's Office deputies. When she went missing, deputies theorized that she traveled from the east side to West Michigan, though didn't initially share a specific area. Okay, so we know this guy has some weapons-related charges, and now he's been charged for harboring a runaway, which of course would be Miss Nicholas. But he must have had child inappropriate materials around his house, or maybe on his phone or on his computer, or all of the above, when they searched his house after finding her. This leads me to wonder, was she inappropriately touched by this man at any time and in any way? She was with him the entire, well, almost a week. She was with him for, 5 days, roughly. And also, I wonder if she knows how incredibly lucky she is, probably, to have survived this unscathed, or even relatively unscathed, as far as, her being inappropriately touched by him. But she's probably lucky to be amongst the living, in my opinion. I mean, he obviously had weapons, and obviously he had some ill intent towards her. And you wonder where she met him. My guess would be on social media somewhere, unless she was on some inappropriate adult websites, and he was probably, again, I'm theorizing here, trying to come across as someone, closer to her age and the age of her peers, in order to entice them to go with him somewhere, for nefarious reasons of his own. Now, all that's just theory. I'm just speculating, hoping more stuff comes out about this later. I'm very grateful that she's alive and has been returned to her family, and I'm very happy for her and for them that she's back where she belongs. But God, I hope she realizes how lucky she is that she was able to return home to them in the, as one of the living, and that he didn't hurt her in any further way than he may have. And anyway, I just wanted to update you on the story. I'll include a map of, where everything is and where she came from, where she was found, and if I can get a street level view of the approximate neighborhood where it was. And I've got a picture of the Jeep she went off in too. So anyway, Janella Nicholas has been found safe and returned back to her family, for which we are very, very thankful. So thank you very much for your time. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, share it on social media, and as always, if you're going to leave a comment, either negative or positive, please be respectful. And be a couple more days and another video will be out. So take care of yourselves, be safe, be smart, and I'll see you next time. Bye.